The voices are getting louder. Okay. Took a second. But I'm still here. Move this. Move this. I hope I'm not too quiet or too loud. Hope I'm okay. Hope I'm good. Boop. Boop. Hello. I hope everything works. Why is my mouth not moving? Hold on. My mouth. There you go. I'm moving now. I'm moving perfectly fine. Hello, hello. Gonna change this a little bit. Move that up. There you go. That's it. That's the good stuff. Good gabagoo. Alright, yes. You heard it right. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the really shitty drawn together thumbnail of me. I'm just drawing for my senior thesis. So, the thing looks like it's working okay. So, my senior, should I describe this or should I just shut up and draw? Alright. I might need to pull up. God, how do people do this professionally? So I'm working on senior thesis. My last year of university with my major, I get a senior thesis. So it's an excuse to draw whatever I want, but there has to be a point to it. Good. There you go. So the point of why do I have to sign in? What do you mean I have to sign in? So the point of my senior thesis is essentially I'm doing a big old deep dive of the 1930s style of animation. You know, your old Mickey Mouse, your Betty Boop, Popeye, black and white animation, you know? So deep dive into that and how that corresponds like with the influence of like animation as a whole and also kind of mental health as a whole too. So that's the overall goal. And with that, I'm part of my show is creating what's called a pitch Bible. For those of you who don't know, a pitch Bible is essentially when a show is being made, you need to have a piece of text or just a booklet. Booklet is like, it's a Bible, essentially, of everything in your show. And I did it my sophomore year, and now I'm very much revamping it in its entirety because my art style has changed and I'm a better artist because of years. Because I've worked so hard. So I'm trying to think. There you go. Hopefully, yeah. So I'm currently working on character turnarounds. So I have the main character and the main protagonist done, and now I'm working on side characters. So right now, one of the side characters that's finished is this character, Dolly Darla. Think of your kind of like Betty Boop meets Cruella DeVille, like that kind. So now I'm working on a different boy, and I don't know if I could show an image. I'm working on a character called Bartholomew Bubble, a living gumball machine that is the kingpin of a drug ring. I feel like that's very confusing when you don't know the actual show. But anyways, we'll draw as we go, and you can kind of see the vision overall. So first thing I need to get is big ol' fat belly. So something I've noticed when it comes to the character design of a lot of Rubber Hose animation, it's simple, but like it's interesting, and how do I describe it? It's interesting in its own way. It's difficult in its own way. So it's like it's still, you need to be aware of like perspective and everything of the sort. Surprisingly, drawing three-fingered gloves, white gloves multiple times, can get tedious after a while. Okay. So, Bartholomew Bubble is this character who, again, is like a part of a huge drug ring. Specifically, I think the drug he pushes out is this drug called poppers. Um, Gumball machine. I need a reference to kind of make this look a little bit better. There you go. Yes, this gumball machine that brings out, that produces, he gets high off his own supply of gumballs. So, I'm looking for this character a very like a shape language heavy character. So he's very round, but in like the sense that he is like a godfather, stereotypical like fat mobster, but also a gumball machine. So he is also constantly in his chair because I don't think he can really move. So that'll be something. I just realized I'm making Big Weld right now. hold on. Hold on. Big Weld. How many people have actually seen robots? God, that's god awful. Well, actually, I wonder if that would actually be a good feature of have him kind of have like a really big overbite. So, and then part of the study is kind of understanding the style as a whole as well, like what would work and what wouldn't. Obviously, there's enough room for like creative interpretation or and everything. Um, Rubber Hose, old man. Like the way that they portray age is kind of like not that. I'm trying. How do I describe it? They don't really portray age in terms of like wrinkles and everything. Like I'm thinking of Elder Kettle from Cuphead. Kind of the way that they portray old is like weirdly with just facial hair and give him an item that an old man would have. So, but I'm trying to get like the tired eye kind of a thing. Because I don't want to do like the stereotypical like those kinds of lines. Because I don't think that really fits the style. I could do some Actually, the underbite might make it harder for the eyes. I could do maybe give him some more. Maybe give him some eyelids that are on the heavier side, like, because usually in this style, whenever they're like lowering their eyelids, it looks like this. But I want to give it more of like a tired kind of a thing. Maybe I can give him like dimples. No, that's too childish. That looks too childish. This is a grown ass man. Um, mood boards are so helpful. I love this. Okay, let's see. I kind of want him to look like that. I wonder if I kind of make him... I might want to put these a little bit closer. Should I give him facial hair? Give him like a kind of a beard, and then have it go like trail all the way down. God. No. I'm kind of thinking more in the terms of like a neck beard. So I might actually go with, what I might do actually, I'll stick with oval eyes, but I'll make them like wider. And then I'll make them like really... So... And should I... Yeah, I should probably make it actually look like you can see his face and everything else. So, this is just the sketch here. There you go. I don't know if I want to give him a nose or not. Here, what would a nose look like? I don't know if I want to give him like the huge, the huge schnauzer. Yeah, give him the huge schnauzer here. Just, God. No, that doesn't look. Oh, that just looks sad. Well, why am I kind of liking it? Like, the tired eyes kind of work. Maybe the nose. See, I'm kind of going like these kinds of bags. And then move the mouth up a little bit. Boop. Okay. I like that. That's working. That's working in my favor. Okay. And then now let's kind of go the angle. Okay, first, how big is he right now? I'm going to have to shrink him because I'm doing... It's 5 points of... It's a 5-point character sheet, so it has front, back, both sides, and then a 3/4 turn. Because that's usually standard. So, let me kind of solidify this line first. So, boom, there you go. Just so I can kind of get a good measurement of how everything else will go. How low do I want to make his arms? Yeah, that's good. So again, always staying in his chair. gonna curve it a little bit because he'll be like touching his sides. Actually, I should probably make him a little bit shorter. Like there. Yeah, that's good. Kind of want to give him thicker gloves. And then this is just a sketch, so it'll look different once it's these big old bony fingers. Not bony. Sausage fingers. I don't know what I was thinking. Oh, that does not look good. I gotta move the thumb a little bit. Start the thumb like here. And then probably make these thinner. A little better. But that needs to be. Here, go back a little bit, and then make this kind of like the lip a little, not going as deep. There you go. And then here, I'll start like a little line there. Here, so that's where it should end. There you go. Kind of looks better. Again, it's a sketch. Kind of erase, do a little fixing up. Okay. Kind of get the glove. So I found out when I was doing the art study that these like dots on the gloves, they're supposed to be glove folds, I guess. So I don't. Oh, well, that was just like on a whim. I actually like the detail now. Okay, I'm trying to think. How do I feel about the arms going like that, or should I have him like holding his stomach, like oh ho ho? I don't know. We'll figure that out later. So now let me draw his chair. Kind of give him a little bit more curved. Whoop. There you go. Very ball-like. Okay. So then let me just draw a little chair. Again, constantly in this chair. Like, I don't think he moves. He does not move. Okay. Kind of move him up a little bit. Yeah. He'll shrink eventually, so I can actually fit all the all of those things. All positions. I keep forgetting I have orange juice. Beautiful. Okay. And then get his legs. Okay. Then look at. Okay. So give him a good. Go back to his reference. Yeah, the reference I have for him, while I still think fundamentally it's good, there's still a lot to be desired. I wish I could show the design I have for him right now, but it's hard to with the setup I have. So, actually, I might be able to. Let's see here. Let's see if I can add an image. Okay. Yeah, I'm adding a picture of like his first design so we can kind of. Where is it? There you go. Side characters. Anything? Okay. Oh god. Okay, so that must be changed. I kind of have it a little bit kind of shrink down here. Transform. Flip. It'll be backwards, but who cares? Okay. You can kind of get a good, decent enough, actually, I'm gonna flip it back. Okay. So yeah, Gumball Man. The Gumball guy. Yeah. You can see him, like, again, concept, good. I like the concept. Very much, like, things very much need to be changed. So, like, I don't think I really want the gumballs inside him to be, sorry, chat just showed up. Roses are red, violets are blue. Hornet's watching me. Little old me. I do feel very lucky. No. Anyways, yeah, I don't want the gumballs inside of him to be colored. I think it might just have it be like a darker blue, so it kind of looks like as a whole there's something inside. So, and then also his shoes like don't look anything like. Looks like more of a child's rendition of a like baby's first shoe. Okay. So, and then I'll kind of make it angled a little bit downward. There you go. Boop. And then kind of do a little shine there. So it looks so weird, but at the same time it like that's kind of the goal. You're supposed to look uncomfortable around him. So yeah, the edge of the chair is gonna I'll kind of get rid of that so you can still kind of see. Let's add some detailing just so you can kind of see that it's like a old rundown chair. And like kind of some squashes to kind of show that it's like this thing's worse for wear. So, okay, and then in terms of like gumball, like actual gumballs. Yeah, there you go. I'm just gonna do a few curves, and then all this will just be like the same shade. So, boom. Okay. So we got that. I have to finish his chair. I'm trying to think. I could make it because in the original it looks like kind of your basic like office chair of the time. When were like rolly chairs invented? Invented. Thomas Jefferson chair. What? Did Thomas Jefferson invent the rolly chair? Rolling chairs as we know them today began with prototypes 1505? That's not right. AI overview, you were lying. Okay. Should I give him... little wheel, a little rolly chair, because I mean he has to get around it some way. Here, let's do that. So we're gonna go, but still gonna be made of like wood. And we kind of put down a brush thickness. That'll be kind of be like a little better for space. So, hold on, what do these even look like? Okay, I think I got it. We'll just play it by ear. Kind of like, but there's like a little, yeah, a little bit of curve to it. And there we go. I'm gonna move this up a little bit. Up, 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 up. Because it probably shouldn't be too high, actually. And then kind of a... There you go. There you go. Oh, this is going to be a nightmare to do in the 3/4 turn. Okay. And we do little wheels. So, the wheels... Okay, actually, the wheel should be a little bit farther perspective-wise. So go there. So a little wheel there, make you a little thinner. There you go. Then wheel there, wheel there. So, see, that's good. That's better. That wheel's a little thick. Losing my sanity. I'm losing it. I'm hearing the voices again, Luigi. Okay. There he is. I hate how much I'm loving this. Like, here he is, in all of his glory. I'll give him kind of like a little bit of a shine too, because that'll be like more of a glow or reflection. There he is. So, here, I'm gonna save him. Yeah. Save him here. I was gonna call him Bart. Bart Bubble. That's probably what his mom calls him. Bart! You look so cute over there. Have you been eating enough? Alright, Bart Bubble, turn around. There you go. Perfect. So now I'm going to... So we're going to shrink him a little bit. Probably not too much, though. I just hope I'll be able to kind of make him... I just hope I can fit all of the boys in here. So, I just have to line it up with the mirror now. Nope. There you go. So, the good thing about this mirror, and specifically with turnarounds, is I can do both sides kind of at the same time. So, here, I'm gonna change this. I'll change the color to red. Boop. Flashbang. Okay. And now, thankfully, since he's very circular, his dimensions are essentially the same. Like 360, so I would just need to kind of change around things like the knob and his eyes and his arms, obviously. So, okay. And kind of go a little bit like there. Cool. And then what I'll do, this will be on the kind of easier to do. Boop, boop, doop, boop. Can I go this way? Change his eye around. Oh god, I didn't know. I don't need to have the mirror thing on right now. Didn't even see that. Okay. Select you. And I just have to move you over here. So it looks like you're looking to the side. Who would have thunk? Okay. So boop boop boop. There you go. And we kind of get those a little tired. Kind of get a little. And then. Boom, and then I'll kind of have more, you have more like a teardrop or an oval for the crank. So, see, and like it's already halfway done, kind of. Well, what I'm kind of doing is what I'll do is once this side is done, I'll move it over like sideways and then just do the sketch layer again. So now both are showing up. Because I found like that's kind of easier than just freehanding both sides, like, and just kind of eyeballing it. So, oh, do I give him a tattoo? Like one of those arm tattoos that like what's his name, Pete from Mickey Mouse has. I'll give him some more beefier arms since he's a bigger guy. You can't, yeah, because you can't really see them. So, when I'm making turnarounds, my biggest thing is just making sure everything lines up. And that's another reason why I kind of don't, I wouldn't want to like freehand it. Like the perspectives and like the difference needs to be like on top of each other for it to actually work for me. Oh. And then this overall will have more, kind of easier. So, how's that looking? Looking okay. Now I just have to make sure that the, nope, do not need you. So then kind of boop. Oh god, no. Boom boom. And then there you go, that's good. Okay, we're gonna kind of move that. And also while I'm gonna get rid of the U. I kind of need the glove folds, because that's what those are apparently. Gotta deal with. Okay. That is a little too big. So I'm just gonna shrink those a little bit. I want him to have bigger gloves, but not like Hulk hands. Okay. There you go. Those are still not, they're still a little too big. Kind of go a little bit higher. Again, I just want like these fingertips to line up. So those line up fairly good now. So, and then I simply just kind of put you down there. Erase you. Yay. Okay. And then what I can do here, actually, so it's front. I'll have to move it a little bit, but I'm just gonna essentially copy and like trace this and then shift it around. And obviously fix the perspective on it so it actually looks like correct. So, because when making these boots, it's like you need to have this curve to it. But when it's in the front, like a 3/4, you need to have like some overlap over that too. So as when it's on the side, it still has that curve, but you don't have that overlap. Look at me, talking like I know shit. Like I know what I'm doing. Okay. And then those arms are kind of looking a little... These arms are looking a little too thick. I was thinking looking more like a little too short, because that's not lined up. There you go. That's a little better. We'll keep it like that. Okay. And again, since this is all the same, I can just kind of check. What is that? Oh, wrong brush. I just have to copy that. Don't really need to move it since it's in the center. And the only thing I really do need to do differently is move this. And then kind of have a... I need to actually like make the back of it now. Of the chair. How should I do that? I kind of want to... I'll just kind of do like a spine here. And then I'll kind of make the connecting part. Here, I want to make it longer. There you go. Make the neck longer. Or the back, the spine, I guess, whatever. Longer, and then have this kind of like look like it's been like ripped to high hell, like it's on its last legs. Like it's been tied up multiple times. Yeah, like this thing is... We are all surprised that it's waited this long. It's lasted this long. My roommate is like coughing blood right now. Anyways. Okay. Boop. And then I'll fix that in post. We just fix it in post. So now... I merge all these layers together. How's that look? That looks good. And then we'll kind of move around the gumballs. By move around, I mean like just kind of copy them. I know that's not how perspective works, but we still out here is okay. Okay. Cool. We're still... Hold on. Hang on, you wanna go skiing? Animal Crossing type beat. Still not... I haven't played Animal Crossing. Okay. So now it's time for my really cool, super secret trick. And it actually kind of takes a while because I need to use the arrow keys. So we're just going to slowly... It'll slowly move over. I'll get a better shot. Okay, yeah, I might have to shrink him a little bit more because that is not enough space for the 3/4 turn. Yeah. Okay, essentially again what I'm doing... Have that be all red and everything, and then what I do... Change that to the same opacity. I'm essentially in a different layer doing a basic rough, like, silhouette outline. Like, still the same amount of detail, but... So, and it's not going to be perfect per se, but I'm just doing my best, and it's easy because I'm kind of tracing it. And that's kind of what the line art is anyways, you're just tracing the sketch. It's weird to think that there's a... my profession is going to be this. Hopefully if I get a job. Hopefully if I'm not, you know, stuck at a dead-end job flipping burgers. I did promise myself I would never go back to Wendy's. Never again. I like Wendy's and all. And I'm not gonna, you know, do your thing chicken wing if you like Wendy's, but in terms of working there, not for me. Just not for me. And then hopefully, if I'm doing it right, yep, this is there. This little guy just hanging out there. Well, not little, but, you know, he's just a big guy. Just doing a little drawing time. I feel like I need to draw more fan art. Like, I draw a good amount. Well, I'm just starting to now, but like, I think I can... my fan art capabilities need to be expanded upon. Don't take that out of context. I'm not trying to do anything unsavory. I need that kind of fan artist. I guess I could also just kind of... I also kind of want to do more animatics too. Like, maybe kind of like full-on animatic, but like more, you know, your reels type of animatic. Like, I did a few of them a while back, but like, I don't know. I'm not that good with like... the vertical style is a beast in itself. I commend any artist who's able to work around that. So, yep, there's the side. So here we go. There you go. So, do I want to get rid of this? As a sketch, it doesn't really... it'll be fine. So I'm just going to get rid of this layer. So, and down, merge. You know, some artists use Photoshop, some use Procreate, some use Illustrator. Me, no. I can use them. Will I? Probably not. So, my other option, because he's so beefy, is like... here, visualize this. Move these two like outward, kind of like touching the edges, and then the behind and like 3/4 angles are like here, because I don't want to make it so small that you can't, like, it doesn't have like enough space, you know? And I can't really, like, constantly resize it over and over and over again, because that'll mess up the, like, line thickness, and I don't want that. So, decisions. Because I want to also be able to, like, hold on. Like, with this, I want to have these kinds of, like, the expressions down here, too. I wouldn't really be able to do that with this. So, here, let me see what it looks like when I actually do resize them all. To the point where I feel like I can't actually fit them both. Yeah, like even then... And that's like less than half the page, and I don't know how I feel about that. So we're gonna keep kind of that thought in here. Here, I'll shrink them a little bit more. And then this is what I'm gonna do. Kind of make sure it's still lined up in the center. So, I think, oddly, it might work if this is the only time I do it, because, like, he's the gluttonous type, so of course he would be weird to take up more space than he needs to. Okay. So I'm gonna move him downward. Kind of like to this point here. And then I would be able to kind of, depending on how low I get, kind of move him a little bit this way as well. And I'll do the same with this side. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen, and everything in between. What is that thing Damien Haas says in his streams? I'm thinking of the Thomas Sanders, like, guys, gals, non-binary pals. Does Damien Haas say that too? I can't remember. I'm not a good streamer yet. Okay. So I think that could be, if done correctly, I would be able to have enough space. So, now I'm going to do the back. And the back is also easy-ish to sketch out, because it's essentially just like everything here, but without facial expressions. Again, he's so orb-like that not a lot of perspective is needed in terms of the thought process. So, I guess I should also just explain what this show is about. Should I do that? Yeah, whatever. What the show is about, it's a post-apocalyptic wasteland, also set within, like, the Rubber Hose style of animation, you know, like that kind of logic. Think, like, Cuphead mixed with Fallout, like that kind of a thing. And the main character, in the picture on the bottom left, you can see a little tin can in a cloak. That's the main character. His name is Tippy. This happy-go-lucky, wandering trader type of character. Always happy to help out. Always happy to, you know, side quest and everything. And the whole story is essentially, there's this one place in the wasteland called Jackpot City, where he does some trading around, you know, just trade in the city, you know, good business, good helping people out. But then he finds out he accidentally traded on the turf of the biggest mafia in the wasteland. So, oopsie daisy. Was that it? Yeah. So yeah, oopsie poopsies. um, and essentially the whole you can't see the main antagonist in the character lineup, but the top three, the traffic light, the doll, and Barto I'm doing right now, they're like three branches of this mafia. And then the head is this guy named Scotty Scoop. He's a ice cream cone. Which could I actually? Do I have him saved? No, I can't do that right now. He. So essentially, he's on the run, trying to run from the biggest mafia in the wasteland. But he's also like, the show is essentially like, how does he take care of himself while also, taking care of others, which is kind of like his whole thing. So, it's more on the like episodic kind of plan, like kind of animation show. And because a big motif in the show and like my kind of thesis overall is mental health, I wanted each character to pertain to a different aspect of mental health. Um, because like I guess I'll say it. I've struggled with mental health a lot, like both growing up and like even now. Um, so that's kind of my main thing. And the main character Tippy, his big thing is like people pleasing, like that aspect kind of someone's mental health, because surprise surprise, that's something I deal with. um and then each character has this a different aspect, and still overall fun and wacky and kooky. If you like apocalyptic stuff and if you like these, goofy little guys, then you'll like this show. I'm saying this like it's going to be like it's been greenlit. It hasn't. But if it does, who knows? Might be a little. It would be very cool if it was. So then, trying to think here, kind of. No. Yeah. These gloves, the rubber hose gloves, are probably like, for me at least, the one of the more difficult parts, because it's like it's a whole new perspective kind of a thing, because you can't really use the same logic with any other kind of hand. I mean, hands in general are just hard and you know to draw, but still. So oh, I forgot. I didn't have the thing on. Okay. So I just have to do this again. Cool. Right, there you go. Yaha, yaha, yaha. Hyon, hyon, hyon. Okay. This should not be that thick. Okay. There we go. And then for these legs, since it's behind, essentially instead of doing this kind of oval thing, I'm doing more of like a bean shape. Like this will happens, but there's no real kind of like overlap. And then instead of having the curve overlap, it's behind here, like this. I don't want to say the neck, but like the ankle kind of place. Here, then I'll do that. So there is, so it's more bean shape as opposed to like more oval. So, and that's how you get like the behind look of a shoe, and I'll still do like the little shine. And boom. How does that look? Yeah, it looks good overall. I'm liking it. I'm liking what I'm smelling what I'm stepping in. Y'all smelling what I'm stepping in? I don't know what it is. I really hope I can sleep tonight. Whenever something like this happens, like whenever I record or D&D or anything, I have a hard, like if it happens so late at night, my brain can't turn off. And it sucks. Okay, so now we're gonna move the back side. Oh, she's 2D. Lois, spin around. Okay, again, I really hope that this will fit space-wise. So as soon as the foot gets out, I think it's doable. Ah, damn. I might be able to spin him around. Here, what I might do... Can I get you a little closer? I'm just kind of cramming the boy in here without, like, hopefully overlapping the line art. No, that that's not even, how, this huge boy. I wonder if, hold on. Let me cook. I wonder if I can kind of do it in a reverse. So, like, the middle part is down here. And then kind of have... Here, I'm going to cut you into a different layer so I don't have to worry about the selection. So if I do you here, you there, and then I'll try this here. Oh god. Here. Oh, that's so unfortunate how it's like. Am I gonna have to shrink him like just a little bit? Like just a little more? Because I don't want to... Maybe I can just shrink the sides. Because that might be kind of like the more least important part. Okay. That should be okay. And then I'll kind of... It'll all make sense in the end. And then maybe I'll be able to kind of do the expressions like in the crevices that are left. Maybe I'll make a note like in the text of the pitch Bible that like his looks like that because he's the biggest. So one thing I love whenever it comes to any kind of character design, like pitch Bible, and you can look up pitch Bibles like just like you can access to the public. You can just like look them up and find them. Like when I was doing my research for my pitch Bible, I saw the one for... God, I'm burping. Alright. I saw the one for Amazing World of Gumball. And they were... For how goofy the show is, it's a good pitch Bible. Like, their use of space is really cool. And you can immediately, like, tell the vibe. Like, perfectly. Uh-oh. Well, I had to change the... Okay. Save check. Okay. I forgot I should turn you into red. Okay. So now the difficult part is the 3/4. Because that's when I actually need to, like, care. That's not a good thing to say. I need to start making way more, like... It's way more, like, specific now. I'm still putting care into this. I don't know why I said it like that. So... And what's kind of good is as using this kind of like as a frame. And what I've done in the past is... So take whatever side it's going to be facing. So if it's facing like here, then this entire side gets closer to the front and slightly bigger. So there, and then this one gets slightly smaller and shorter. So kind of like if you see above, like by my head, see, like that looks more like 3/4 turned. And you can do that essentially with anything. So if I'm going to do the eyes here, I'll turn this into a different layer. So I'm going to draw the eyes. I'll draw one eye. Same principles. Color them in. I'll move it over here, and then I duplicate it, and then make it slightly bigger. And then, again, move it closer to the center. So, again, so merge all that, see this. Yeah. Just like the small details help a lot. And then it's do the same thing with the mouth. Kind of do a little thing here. And then little chubby dimples. So I probably should have here. I'll erase this because I need to. Because I don't really need you at all. So. Also should have mentioned this before. I don't know how long I'm planning on streaming. I have another school assignment I need to do that's due tomorrow. Also, like, see if I can actually get decent sleep and shower. But I wanted to do this. I want to stream more. I want to do more things because I only did the headliner stream with Crunchinator and Gallant Griffin, and that was very fun. Even though my computer didn't work, I just need a new computer. Okay, now this is the difficult part here with his arm. I'm trying to remember. No, I actually kind of have to do more of a... Yo, what's good, Joey? I'm just drawing little guys. I'm just drawing... Well, this is a big guy. Huge guy. Did you mean huge man? So, oh, now I have to like complete his arm here, and then if I can move him more here. Yeah. So I want, woo, kind of get that lip a little. Still have to make his arms a little bit thicker. Wide. There you go. That should work. But yeah, I was saying before, I want to do more streams. I want to stream more often. So, this is what I'm doing because this is my senior year of university. I'm doing a lot, you know. Your boy's graduating. Here, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to drag it down a little bit. Move you there. Oh. There's another art stream I want to do where I'm, like, where I want to do fan art. Maybe depending on how the, like, how, like, ahead I do, like, I announce it. Do maybe like a subscriber suggestion stream, because I need practice, like just doing stuff on the fly. I'm not that good. I need the, you know, design process. I need to have like an idea that I think about constantly. So what I can do here kind of is just kind of move this a little bit. I don't know. Again, just move this so it's not showing up as much. And then it'll be a little higher. And then I have to change this the perspective entirely for this one. So I'm gonna go here. And then, yeah, university. It's not for the faint of heart. Like I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad that I am currently at university. I just wish I you know, high school always like tries to prepare you, like, oh, this isn't gonna fly in college, this isn't that. They did not prepare me, and not even like, because they were preparing me for the, I don't want to say the wrong things, but things that didn't matter, and the things that didn't end up being true, I guess. Like, how do I describe it? A lot of my high school teachers told me, like, if you don't turn something in the day of, it's not going to be accepted. And then here I am every single, like, first day of a class. It's like, here's my late grade policy. If you turn in something late, for every day it's like 5% less. Or like, since this is a once a week class, it'll go down a grade if you turn in like next week. So different, but like not end all be all. What a lot of my high school teachers told me. I also had a lot of they weren't high school, they were like middle school teachers that warned us about high school bullies. Like, I had a teacher, it's like my social studies teacher, tell me about how, like, oh, they'll shove you in a locker, they'll shove you in a trash can. And because when they were in high school, that's what they did. In my high school, they would make a fake, like, social media account and just, like, dog on every single one. Like, they put in effort. They did gossip. That's what they would do at my high school. going to high school made me realize, like, I don't understand why I was never in any drama. I just didn't have any interest in it, and like, I mean, it's just high school drama is pointless because it's like, okay, after a certain while, you're never going to see these people again. Who cares? Also, tell me why at my last job, every time someone came in, it was always someone from my high school that was mean to me. Like, someone from my high school has never came in and I got excited. Okay. Um, again, it's just gonna be, like, I just gotta move this little patch here. Move that there. And then I'm just gonna... boom, boom. So I think that's it. I got everything. Just select all of this. What is this? Why is this not showing? There you go. That almost didn't show up. How's this look? Yeah, it looks good overall. Maybe move that. Actually, I think that's okay. Okay. So now we're going to move you here. There you go. And that's good enough space. Good amount of space here. Merge with that. The reason I'm changing this, the sketch, into red is because since I'm doing my outline in black, that'll kind of help me overall. So, alright, see? And there we go. Just gonna do a save check real quick. Here, I'm also gonna get rid of this image here, just so you can kind of see the whole thing. There it is. We got our very own Bartholomew Bubble. Here, I'm gonna fix something real quick. I forgot I have to turn. I forgot to draw the gumballs on him. On like this side. Pretty good. Thank you. That's pretty good. Doop, doop, doop. Here, I'm just kind of going to do it willy-nilly. Because, like, the chair's blocking it anyway. And then I'm going to... color you in here. Oh, that's why I look that way. So I have the mirror thing on. I am by no means a master illustrator. At the end of the day, I am just a creature drawing little doodles. Maybe in another stream, because I'm also working on a new desktop background for like my PC and everything, and it's like a big character collecting character thing. Shows all my characters. Maybe I'll stream that as well. Alright, am I missing anything? Any details about these boys? I should here. I also need to kind of have this show up a little bit. Have this. There you go. And here he is. So, since it's getting fairly late, I think I'm gonna end stream here. So we'll see. Gonna save this one more time. Let me see if I can transfer over. There you go. Boop. There it is. All right. Also, the music was a little good little vibe. It's a, I think it's labeled oldies in the oldies being played in the other room. So yeah, um, in terms of the pitch Bible, I don't know how much I will be like posting about. I want to post like a lot on like shorts. Um, Thank you, Joey. I will be keeping it up as to best of my ability. Um, I don't know how much I'll be posting about like specifically the final images of the pitch Bible. I might. Um, I don't know, but I want to post Wonderful Wasteland. I forgot that was the that was the entire name of the show. Yeah, it's called Wonderful Wasteland. Okay. I posted Tippy and Scotty on my Instagram a while back, but I want to do more about it. Like, you know, delve into the world and get people excited. Because the thing is that if people actually, if I can gain, you know, audience now for this show, it might be easier and, you know, kind of proves like, hey, the show is actually good. People already like it. And it's not even up yet. So maybe like greenlight it. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, that is the stream. Thank you all for joining me. I don't know how frequent I'll stream. I might post stuff like on the community tab or Instagram or anything. I have not posted on TikTok in a while. I don't know if I will, but we'll see. Um, but yeah, thank you so much. A new video is in the works. Thank you. Good luck with university yourself. Um, I will. Sorry, I've lost my train of thought. Um, I will be. I'm working on the Fears of Fathom Chapter 2 retrospective, and that should be out fairly soon. I had some issues with like technical stuff, like my audio and everything was weird, but it should be out fairly soon, and then hopefully a lot more content once I find the time, once I get a grip on my whole on university. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and make sure to relax today.